Watch the man to your left. To your right. Assume nothing. Report everything.
This is very 1984.
It's the only way to protect ourselves. From here on out.
No more glasses for him?
You will be my eyes.
He's not blind,
The
is he?
enemies right here in our midst. And they will get no mercy.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Dan Plays Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain. I'm Dan, this is Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain. Quick episode happening. Just want to play a little bit. Oh, what is this? For a couple minutes, and then, you know, I go do something else. And then I'll probably play again tonight. Was I last talking to her? She looks like she's been cutting at herself. What the fuck?
What?
Snake?
She's been acting differently lately.
Yeah, no kidding.
Before, she'd respond to conversation. Just as long as it didn't conflict with her timeline. But now nothing gets a reaction from her.
What happened?
No idea. Well, Miller did go and tell her that Skullface is dead. If anyone should want revenge against him, it would be her. But it's not exactly like an angel of peace to cheer for someone's death. Now is it?
Fucking Miller. Always fucking everything up.
Here, take a look at this too. See it? Right there.
I only have one eye. You gotta point it up.
Yeah, it was all closed up and then it went back to this.
What the fuck?
But why? The medic has no idea how it happened. He figures it must have been self-inflicted.
We gotta keep a better eye on her. This is fucked up. Oh man. What in God's name is happening? I don't even know why she was alive in the first place. Looks like I have some serious things to do. This guy, and these are like the same thing of missions that I've done before. I feel like the last thing I did, was it getting another picture for her? Maybe it was. Let me look at my my thingamajigger, my log. Jeez. Whoops. Couple guys killed. No, there's nothing new in the database. What's going on in the map? Oh, that's just dumb shit. Is it? Yeah, it is. I'm not doing that. Is she still okay? Is she still alive down here? Okay, yeah, she's still here. No more music, though. Alright, let me call a chopper. And then, once the chopper is here, I can start messing around with tapes and stuff. I'll mess around with that stuff in a second. This pause stuff is what has me like the most confused and concerned, because it seems a lot like something involving cloning or something just really bad happened. Like, is she a mole by Skullface? Like, why is she even here? And I feel like I'm not going to get away with, or not get away, like I hope that they don't try and not answer anything about that. Like, I fear that they might. Okay, come on. Cool. Sweet. Cool. Alright. Let me see if there's anything here that's important. Nothing. Nothing that is required. There's another one of these, though. That's pretty cool. Let's see what I completed. Cool. Did I get another one? Cassette tapes. Yeah, I got stuff here to listen to, it looks like. I'm gonna deploy for...
Please select a mission.
I'm gonna deploy to rescue that guy, and I'm gonna listen to tapes while I wait to get him.
Unit dispatched.
Okay. I think these are the things that I think I'm supposed to be doing.
To Afghanistan.
Commence. I also need to try and oh, wrong camo. Whatever. I also need to check my weapon development stuff. I'm gonna put tapes to go, and then I'm gonna do that. Man, I'm still remembering this end of the Skullface thing and how crazy that was. I think I might leave myself dressed in... No, yeah, this should be fine-ish. It's not going to be great, but it's not going to be the worst camo I've ever worn. Man, a lot's been going on. It's been crazy ever since New Year's and all that. I'm pretty sure I talked about it. I got engaged, picked a wedding venue, you know, went down to Baltimore. Lots of cool stuff happening. But, I've been so busy I haven't been able to play because I haven't been home ever. Alright, let's talk about this.
Skullface has finally burned out. The world is rid of his existence at last. Was he still alive? You could say that. But you could also say he's been dead for decades. What's that supposed to be? Biologically speaking, it's hard to say how much was his life. Side effects from the treatment? No. The primary effect. Keeping a dying host alive as long as possible. That is the whole point. But in the end, he grew too dependent on his children.
What does that even mean?
As if he had any other way to keep on living. He first underwent parasite therapy before the Soviet Union became his home. His body was horribly burned. Fire washed across his thin young frame and stole his skin and his throat, even his lungs. Only through repeated therapies could the parasites keep him alive. Most of his life became something the parasites gave to him.
And then he lost the ability to die.
That is correct. The parasites live on past the host's death, still aiding cell composition. At that stage, there is no way to extract them from the host cells.
Boss, what happened? Boss!
Nice work, Dan. Idiotic. So, I didn't realize that he was dead. Or not dead, but that...
Finally burned out. Was he still?
Alright, let's get up to around where we were.
At that stage, there is no way to extract them from the host cells. There is no way of knowing when the last cell of Skullface's body would die. The only choice was to burn the whole thing. And his children, along with it. And I am one to talk. When my life is snuffed out, I expect you to treat my body.
That's the target.
And when I
remember him. He was off base during the attack 9 years ago.
children,
Bring him home, boss.
you say there were 3 English vocal parasites.
According to Skullface,
Yeah. Skullface had 2 of the English strain with him. You burned both of them,
there was an oil fire. I tossed him in.
so that just leaves 1.
Yeah.
And you tell me Skullface said he used it.
He said it was very close to me.
Very close. One of your comrades. Or someone ordered to kill you.
I bet it's... Well, actually, I don't know who it is. What's his face? I feel like picked it up. Huey.
Side op completed.
You gotta extract him.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Or he could have been speaking metaphorically.
Metaphorically.
Close to your spirit. Close to your heart. Someone who either loves you or despises you.
The second one makes a long list.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, act with caution. Skullface implanted someone with the English language strain. Who it is irrelevant.
Why?
What about
I
Paz?
tell you what Skullface really meant. Very close to you means you will be exposed. All the infected here have been given the Wolbachia. Even if the vocal cord parasites infect them now, they cannot reproduce. But if there's a different host among us, host to the English strain,
If that were the case, we'd see the symptoms.
what about the non-English speakers?
We have plenty of those, but the staff use English as a common language.
But if that someone has not spoken English yet and begins to speak it now,
What about Quiet?
Be another outbreak.
the final mating pair of the English strain must be found immediately.
Roger.
Gone. But his threat still remains. On this base, do you see what the final mating pair is? With him dead, those parasites are the stain he wished to leave upon the world. His thirst for vengeance.
Huh.
In
So
his
I need to
flesh.
find it.
Think. Does anyone here bear a grudge against you?
Emmerich?
Target
Eli?
specifically.
The ethnic cleansers that Code Talker mentioned, they weren't Skullface's true goal. All we have is circumstantial evidence, but here's my theory.
It was Cypher who started developing the vocal cord parasites as bioweapons, parasitic weapons, and Africa was the testing ground for them.
Yeah.
As Code Talker said, their purpose is the ethnic cleansing of only those who speak a particular language.
All right, 26 seconds, because we're gonna have to come back and listen to it. What next? Yeah, I don't have any other Mother Base guys who came back.
Please select a mission.
Can't do another one of these. Who would bear a grudge against me?
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
I feel like Quiet is on my side. She's the only one who wouldn't be talking, but who would be talking in English now.
The ethnic cleansers that they were so they could do a weapon of mass, and Africa was the testing ground for them.
Yeah.
As Code Talker said, their purpose is the ethnic cleansing of only those who speak a particular language. So they could do a weapon of mass destruction to eradicate specific groups, races, ethnicities, or colonies by the language they speak. Or a kind of absolute language control. Or maybe a tool for those arrogant fools to build some misguided utopia. I can see plenty of uses for them. However, in practical terms, they wouldn't be as dangerous as you'd think. Counteracting the parasites is easy, after all. Cut them out of your throat to save your life, or just don't talk. That also prevents the infection from spreading.
Right.
So if the international community were to find out about them, they'd no longer be the threat they were conceived to be. In which case, their targets would be limited to minority groups as a deterrent or a terrorist tool. It's hard to imagine Cypher developing something like that as a main weapon for their arsenal. That leads me to think we've only tugged on one little thread in Cypher's grand tapestry.
What's
An
that?
obscure corner of their work, possibly forgotten altogether. In any case, things changed. When Skullface was forced to relocate to Africa and he saw that thread dangling. All the time he continued that research, he was secretly following his own agenda.
But what was it?
Ethnic liberator parasites. His English language strain.
Commencing platform construction.
Skullface said there were only 3 samples of the English language strain parasite, and I think we can believe him. Bringing his ethnic liberator's plan to fruition depended on creating an English version of the vocal cord parasites at all costs. But an English strain would have been useless to Cypher. Worse, it could have destroyed everything they'd built.
Yeah.
It was the one type they couldn't allow. That means Skullface was forced to develop his English strain out of sight of Cypher's network. Naturally, he couldn't use the greenhouse facility Cypher had set up and filled with guinea pigs. Skullface must have found some secret place to create his precious few English parasites, hiding all evidence like a man cheating on
But
his
where?
wife. Somewhere, an entirely standalone environment. And when his plan entered its final phase, he must have made the place disappear. Some little room, could be anywhere, but now nowhere at all.
What about the Devil's
We'll
Playground?
never know where he did it, but to elude Cypher's surveillance, it couldn't have been big. I believe Skullface was telling the truth. There were only ever 3 samples of the English language strain.
Okay.
Why activate Sahelanthropus in Afghanistan? This is how Skullface wanted things to play out.
I'm gonna listen to that one when I get back to Mother Base. I want to try and
Please select a landing zone.
talk to what's her face
Heading to
again.
Mother Base.
Pause. Now that I have another tape. This is fascinating. And I know that I have to do missions like that with CIA 1 to advance the story, but... Uh-oh. Shit's going down every time I come back. D-Horse isn't going to start talking, is he?
Stay back. It's too dangerous.
Back up, kid. I said no.
What the fuck is he doing?
You have to stay back. Some things can't be helped.
Did one of their buddies get infected?
Back to your quarters. What's going on?
Shabani. Mayaka 9 Kingo ya. Shabani.
It's down there. Hey, the tank at the bottom is filled with chlorine disinfectant. One whiff and you'll suffocate.
Shit.
Don't even.
How could you let it fall down there anyway?
Fucking Eli. Quiet. She doesn't breathe, I guess.
Hit the alarm! No! You go down there, and it is over. Boss! Hey! Listen to me!
Yeah, boss wouldn't try and go
There's
down there.
no way to recover the body.
She doesn't breathe, though.
What kind of stunt was that? Trying to panic us?
Don't be a fucking idiot, Miller. Oh shit. Or is it that she breathes through her skin? I don't remember.
Look.
What's on it?
Here.
Bad stuff is going to happen on Mother Base. I can tell. Like, everything is going really messed up.
Aiding cell composition. At that stage, there's no way to extract them from the host cells.